This is one of our newer additions to our homestead, but we've been raising chickens since we got started homesteading, and they're definitely one of the most popular animals to get started with when thinking about homesteading. They're really easy to get started with, and you don't need too many supplies. So the list can honestly go on and on with all of the pros on getting started with chickens. And today we're going to drill down into some of the pros that I think are the most important that we've learned over the past couple of years raising chickens. So buckle up, grab a coffee, because we're jumping through a list of all the pros for getting chickens. I'm Danielle of the Split Arrow Homestead, and welcome to our channel where we bring you new content every week about how to start your own homestead and living a more self-sustainable lifestyle. And today I'm taking you along on my morning chores as I tell you about some of these pros and cons of chickens. And the first one should come at no surprise, but it is the fact that you're going to get delicious eggs every morning. Now, depending on the breed of chickens that you do add to your homestead, it's going to vary in the color, the size, as well as how often you actually get to pick up these beautiful eggs. We have chosen a variety of different breeds here at our homestead, and I'll put some links down below of some of the breeds that we really enjoy here. But we get about one egg per day from each of our chickens, and we even get them throughout the colder months, which is amazing. There's nothing like cracking open a fresh egg for breakfast or being able to add some fresh eggs into any of your baked or cooked goods, as well as share them around with your community, because we sell a lot of our chicken eggs to people in the community. But let's go ahead and collect some of them. Entertainment. Honestly, you watch Netflix or any other streaming channels for hours, but you can also watch your chickens. They're basically like modern day dinosaurs. So you have your own Jurassic Park action movie happening in your own backyard. They do the funniest things, and being able to just wake up in the morning, look out our large bedroom window and see them outside not only brings large amounts of entertainment, but they're joy to have around and be able to come out during the day, check on them, and help them out. But that also brings another pro, and if you do have kids, this is going to speak to you specifically, but I think that they're a really great educational source for children. You get to actually raise your own food and understand what it really takes to have responsibilities, from actually taking them as a chick, seeing the whole growing experience of a chicken, being able to give them food and water and really aid in their growth is amazing for kids to understand. And then being able to take on those everyday responsibilities of feeding, watering them, collecting their eggs, and making sure that they have a safe place to live. Honestly, there's not that many other things that can teach a kid more than actually raising their own animals, and chickens are going to be a great example of this. Within our chicken coop, we actually use something called the deep layer method, which means that we're basically putting in a bunch of different types of mulch, wood chips, grass shavings, different types of composting from our garden, and we're letting our chickens do all the composting work for us. So they will use their dinosaur-like claws to scratch into the compost, turning it pretty regularly. Then we have this actually heating our coop for the winter, so all winter long we will keep our chickens inside of this composted area, and then in the spring we'll be able to clean it out, and a lot of it will be dirt that we can actually use inside of our garden. Now, you definitely want to make sure that any of the compost you do get from your chickens, you do have a cooling off period where you wait a couple of months to make sure that any of the materials that they've dropped into it will not contaminate any of your garden goods. But having your chickens do all of the hard lifting of composting is something really great. Not sure if you caught that, but yes, we actually do take a lot of our kitchen waste or leftovers and put it in with our chickens. So think the cores of your apples, any of the ends of your vegetables, or even leftovers from a restaurant that you might not want to eat anymore, we will actually throw into our outdoor run for our chickens. Oof. We got some women laying eggs right now, and they will eat that up. They're going to love it, and whenever they really don't enjoy eating, they will just choose not to eat. But this does help to add in some additional different types of fruits, vegetables, anything of the likes into their diet, as well as lower the cost of your food because you are supplementing it with things that would have been waste anyway. And then in the end, they will still recycle us and add it to the compost that you are already gathering for the compost that is in their chicken coop. So really not that bad, and it makes me feel good to know that I'm not wasting a lot of different foods. Now to get the eggs. Here is just some of our eggs. We usually come in around 2 times a day to clean out the eggs that are in their nesting boxes. And another pro of chickens is that we can actually use these eggs to churn out a profit for our farm, or at least help supplement a lot of the cost of the chicken feed or needs for our chickens, because we will sell a lot of these eggs. And because they are fresh, grown, really clean, nice, hearty eggs with extra vitamins, because our chickens do free range around our homestead, as well as bright, vibrant yolk colors because they are so fresh, you can garner a lot higher of a value. And even with some of the inflation that we have right now, we're getting around $5 a dozen. So honestly, a really great way to give back to the community, as well as help make some extra money around your farm so you're not spending it all. Having fresh eggs is by far one of the most popular items for getting started with chickens, although you can tell there are definitely so many more positives to getting started with these little guys. And stay tuned, because we definitely have so many other videos around chickens, starting your own homestead, and I'll add a few over here. Otherwise, it was great chatting with you today. Bye.